What was the ancient name of Kasar? Option number 1, Hidimba. Option number 2, Hazu. Option number 3, Kamrup. Option number 4, Gofur. And the correct answer is option number 1, Hidimba. Who was the first ruler of the Komata kingdom? Option number 1, Sandhya. Option number 2, Jayapala. Option number 3, Sulikpha. Option number 4, Mrigankha. And the correct answer is option number 1, Sandhya. Ghatakasura was a ruler of the option number 1, Aryans. Option number 2, Kairets. Option number 3, Dravidians. Option number 4, none of the above. And the correct answer is option number 2, Kairets. The first capital of the Sutia kingdom was option number 1, Ratnapur. Option number 2, Laimekuri. Option number 3, Panbari. Option number 4, Sonogiri. And the correct answer is option number 4, Sonogiri. The first capital of Sutia kingdom was Sonogiri. And the second capital was Ratnapur. Who was the founder of Sutia kingdom? Option number 1, Birfal. Option number 2, Brahmapal. Option number 3, Dayapal. Option number 4, Naranarayan. And the correct answer is option number 1, Birfal. What was the first capital of the Assam kingdom in Assam? Option number 1, Narayanpur. Option number 2, Shivsagar. Option number 3, Saraidev. Option number 4, Jorhat. And the correct answer is option number 3, Saraidev. In which year did the first phase of the Maurya rebellion commence? Option number 1, 1739. Option number 2, 1740. Option number 3, 1777. Option number 4, 1769. And the correct answer is option number 4, 1769. Who from Assam participated in the famous Dandi March? Option number 1, Liladhar Borua. Option number 2, Toruram Fukhon. Option number 3, Nabakanta Borua. Option number 4, Jyoti Sabha. And the correct answer is option number 1, Liladhar Borua. Who was the first Borbora of the Assam kingdom? Option number 1, Laluksola Borfukhon. Option number 2, Bikram Borfukhon. Option number 3, Mumai Tamuli. Option number 4, Rupam Borfukhon. And the correct answer is option number 3, Mumai Tamuli. Which Assam king planned an invasion of Bengal? Option number 1, Suhumung. Option number 2, Rudra Singha. Option number 3, Shiva Singha. Option number 4, Godadhar Singha. And the correct answer is option number 2, Rudra Singha. Which king conducted the first organized population census in Assam? Option number 1, Suhumung. Option number 2, Sulikpa. Option number 3, Sukapha. Option number 4, Pratap Singha. And the correct answer is option number 1, Suhumung. The first Maurya uprising began during the rule of which king? Option number 1, Lakshmi Singha. Option number 2, Rudra Singha. Option number 3, Pramatta Singha. Option number 4, Purandhar Singha. And the correct answer is option number 1, Lakshmi Singha. In which year did the Burmese first invade in Assam? Option number 1, 1817. Option number 2, 1771. Option number 3, 1776. Option number 4, 1821. And the correct answer is option number 1, 1817. Who was the ambassador sent by Bhaskar Varman to Harshavardhan? Option number 1, Lasit Borfukhon. Option number 2, Hangsa Bhega. Option number 3, Satyaphala. Option number 4, Nityaphala. And the correct answer is option number 2, Hangsa Bhega. Sonitpur was the capital of which king? Option number 1, Narkasura. Option number 2, Ban Roja. Option number 3, Mohirango Dhanova. Option number 4, Bhaskar Varman. And the correct answer is option number 2, Ban Roja. Which of the following princes of Kamrupa kingdom married King Meghbahana of the Kannada dynasty of Kashmir? Option number 1, Phuleshwari. Option number 2, Priyadarshini. Option number 3, Amrit Prabha. Option number 4, Nandini. And the correct answer is option number 3, Amrit Prabha. Who was the first king from Assam to perform Ashwamedha Yajna? Option number 1, Pusha Burman. Option number 2, Bhaskar Burman. Option number 3, Mohendra Burman. Option number 4, Bhuti Burman. And the correct answer is option number 3, Mohendra Burman. The last tank in Tezpur, known as Hazara Pukhuri, was excavated by option number 1, Bhuti Burman. Option number 2, Bhaskar Burman. Option number 3, Harzar Burman. Option number 4, none of the above. And the correct answer is option number 3, Harzar Burman. What was the capital of the Pala dynasty? Option number 1, Kasar. Option number 2, Sodhya. Option number 3, Durjaya. Option number 4, none of the above. And the correct answer is option number 3, Durjaya. In which year Sir Sadulla's ministry formed? Option number 1, 1959. Option number 2, 1952. Option number 3, 1957. Option number 4, 1937. And the correct answer is option number 4, 1937. Rani Gaidula, a famous character of Indian movement, belong to which tribe? Option number 1, Missing tribe of Assam. Option number 2, Naga tribes of Assam. Option number 3, Karbi tribes of Assam. Option number 4, Rabha tribes of Assam. And the correct answer is option number 2, Naga tribes of Assam. Provincial self-autonomy was introduced to Assam from? Option number 1, 1935. Option number 2, 1937. Option number 3, 1940. Option number 4, 1951. And the correct answer is option number 1, 1935. The coins were known as option number 1, Panka. Option number 2, Mohini. Option number 3, Mudra. Option number 4, Narayani. And the correct answer is option number 4, Narayani. The Sinagiri Ghor celebration was first held by option number 1, Suhungmung. Option number 2, Sutamla. Option number 3, Godapani. Option number 4, Sukampha. And the correct answer is option number 3, Godapani. Who wrote Tungkunghia Buronsi? Option number 1, Nilkamal Borua. Option number 2, Suborna Borua. Option number 3, Srinath Borborua. Option number 4, none of the above. And the correct answer is option number 3, Srinath Borborua. In which place the first battle fought by the Ahoms against the Mughals took place? Option number 1, Jagir. Option number 2, Bhorali. Option number 3, Misimari. Option number 4, Jogi Khopa. And the correct answer is option number 2, Bhorali. Who was the first Assamese to fight against British? Option number 1, Kusal Kaur. Option number 2, Pioli Fukan. Option number 3, Gumdhor Kaur. Option number 4, Moniram Devan. And the correct answer is option number 3, Gumdhor Kaur. The shape of the coins of Ahom reign? Option number 1, circular. Option number 2, square. Option number 3, octagonal. Option number 4, hexagonal. And the correct answer is option number 3, octagonal. The oldest canon inscription discovered in Assam belong to which dynasty of Assam? Option number 1, Ahoms. Option number 2, Mughals. Option number 3, Koch. Option number 4, none of the above. And the correct answer is option number 3, Koch. Bodon Borfukon was the governor of option number 1, Sodhya. Option number 2, Jorhat. Option number 3, Kamrup. Option number 4, none of the above. And the correct answer is option number 3, Kamrup. The Ahom powers used the Saka era during the reign of option number 1, Suhungmung. Option number 2, Pramata Singha. Option number 3, Sukafa. Option number 4, Sudingpa. And the correct answer is option number 1, Suhungmung. The Buronzi written by Ratna Kondoli and Arjun Das Boirogi was option number 1, Tripura Buronzi. Option number 2, Missing Buronzi. Option number 3, Assam Buronzi. Option number 4, none of the above. And the correct answer is option number 1, Tripura Buronzi. Who was the leader of 1857 revolt in Assam? Option number 1, Lasit Borfukon. Option number 2, Pioli Borua. Option number 3, Moniram Devan. Option number 4, Konoglota. And the correct answer is option number 3, Moniram Devan. Who was the president of the Swaraj Party in Assam during freedom movement? Option number 1, Vishnuram Methi. Option number 2, Gopinath Bordole. Option number 3, Tonuram Fukonn. Option number 4, Moniram Devan. And the correct answer is option number 3, Tonuram Fukonn. Who was the first martyr of 1942 revolt against the British in Assam? Option number 1, Konoklata Borua. Option number 2, Kosal Kaur. Option number 3, Komala Miri. Option number 4, Moniram Devan. And the correct answer is option number 1, Konoklata Borua. Who organized Mrityu Bahini in fighting for India's independence in Assam? Option number 1, Chandraprabha Soikhani. Option number 2, Pushpalata Das. Option number 3, Podumi Nath. Option number 4, Konoklata Borua. And the correct answer is option number 2, Pushpalata Das. Name the 3 capital of Ahom Kingdom at different eras. Option number 1, Sonai Namrup Boko. Option number 2, Moran Mazulifur Borong. Option number 3, Soraidel Gargaon Jorhat. Option number 4, none of the above. And the correct answer is option number 3, Soraidel, Gargaon and Jorhat. Dimapur, the capital of the Kasari Kingdom, was occupied by the Ahom king. Option number 1, Rudra Singha. Option number 2, Godhadhar Singha. Option number 3, Suhungmung. Option number 4, Rajeshwar Singha. And the correct answer is option number 3, Suhungmung. The poster Bolburo and Bolfukonn were created by option number 1, Suthiufa. Option number 2, Pratap Singha. Option number 3, Supatpa. Option number 4, Rudra Singha. And the correct answer is option number 2, Pratap Singha. Who was the first Assamese to join the Indian National Congress during its second session held in 1886? Option number 1, Gopinath Bordoloi. Option number 2, Tonuram Fukonn. Option number 3, Devi Saran Borua. Option number 4, both 1 and 3. And the correct answer is both 1 and 3, Tonuram Fukonn and Devi Saran Borua. The Guhai Kamal Ali, constructed by Guhai Kamal from Coast Bihar to Narayanpur route, was constructed during the reign of option number 1, Noro Narayan. Option number 2, Pariksit Narayan. Option number 3, Vishwa Singha. Option number 4, Raghu Dev. And the correct answer is option number 1, Noro Narayan. The popular uprising in Assam known as Patharugat battle took place in the year option number 1, 1861. Option number 2, 1862. Option number 3, 1893. Option number 4, 1894. And the correct answer is option number 4, 1894. The Yandabo Treaty was signed in 1826 between option number 1, East India Company and the Ahom King. Option number 2, East India Company and the Burmese. Option number 3, British Crown and the Ahom King. Option number 4, British Crown and the Burmese. And the correct answer is option number 2, East India Company and the Burmese. Under the Mountbatten Plan, a referendum in Assam was to be held in the district of option number 1, Shivsagar. Option number 2, Lakhimpur. Option number 3, Gwalfara. Option number 4, Sylhet. And the correct answer is option number 4, Sylhet. Ibn Battuta visited Assam in the option number 1, 13th century. Option number 2, 14th century. Option number 3, 15th century. Option number 4, 10th century. And the correct answer is option number 2, 14th century.